Once again from the groove.
Coming to you straight out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and brought to you by the Sioux Empire Podcast Network. This is Urban Indianz Podcast.
Outsiders, it's on fire. To everything that we turn to, we will go lava. Like acrobats, see us flying the twist off a cliff and never drop down under a bridge. So hands up. Eyes out there, throw your hands in the sky. Rosebud pine, reach down to the sky. Raise up your fingers, so we coming with the raw. Raise up your fingers, so we coming with the raw.
Bringing you an educated and entertaining look at life through the eyes of the modern-day Native American. Urban Indianz Podcast. Hosted by everyone's favorite natives. Night Shield, Night Shizzle, Miss Shark Green Maximal, GP, Gorilla Pimp, and Kathy Stans. You're listening to Urban Indianz Podcast.
All right, welcome to episode 30 of the Urban Indianz Podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Nightshield, joined by Shar.
Hey.
And it's been a long time since we've had Carrie A on the show, so thank you for being here, Carrie A. And we got Matthew, being awesome.
He's just like, what?
Yeah. So today we wanted to talk, we're actually filming this or recording this on a different day. Normally we record on Sundays. Today is Thursday night.
Yeah.
We all have prior engagements this weekend, so we are unable to record. So it's a little bit early, but did want to talk about the Native American Day parade that's coming up here. Shar, you're like sort of heading that up.
Yeah, one of the people.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this will be the first Native American Day parade ever in Sioux Falls, which is really cool when you think about that, because not a lot goes on here for, I feel like, Native people, and so this will give opportunity for, Native youth to kind of like be creative in the floats and ideas that they're gonna have, and then be able to mingle, and I'm sure people will be able to talk and do all that. So I think it's really awesome, to show our culture in a way where people haven't seen before in Sioux Falls, and so hopefully people feel comfortable enough to like attend, and it's open to everybody. So.
And there's people coming from all over the state, right?
Yeah. So there's like the biggest thing is like Tim Gallego. He's the Grand Marshal, and he'll be heading the parade, kicking that off. And he's the one who originally, like, he was the person who switched it back in like 1990. Wait, what year am I? 1999.
2018.
Wait, yeah, 1990. Sorry. It's been such a long week. I'm like losing it. But yeah, so like back in that time, it was Columbus Day, and so he was the one who pushed for it to be Native American Day, and was successful on that. So it's huge that he's able to kick off the parade in Sioux Falls. That's like huge. And then the Dakota 38 plus 2 riders will be here, which is like, if you don't know what they do, Google them, because they pretty much take a ride, in remembrance and honor all those that that were hanged in Minnesota. So
after the Dakota Wars of 1862, they ride out from Crow Creek all the way to Mankato. I think that's like a 12-day journey for them.
Yeah,
wow.
It's really lengthy. I know, like, someone had reached out to me before, and they're like, do you want to ride a horse? And I was like, well, one, I never rode a horse before, so I don't know. And then, like, it's awesome they're able to do that, but, like I have work, I wouldn't even be able to take that many days off. But
12 days, that's a long time. And they, like, camp out and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think people host them.
There's like a route that you can Google, too, as well. It'll show you their stops.
And stuff.
Wow, how many miles is it?
I don't even know. I don't have that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm guessing here to Rapid is like what?
Oh, they go all the way to Rapid?
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to compare the distance with you. It's probably like less than that.
Because they're also taking like a back road route. They're not following the interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the distance between here and LA? Oh, do they go that far? Oh, no, it's less than that. But I mean, like.
But I think what you were talking about with Tom was in
like
1990, though. That's it. The state proclaimed Columbus Day Native American Day, but Sioux Falls started it last year. That's what we went to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but as a state, like, you think that they would acknowledge it, but I guess Sioux Falls is all elite and they do what they want.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Yeah, I missed it. I came late because it was so quick.
Yeah, because we did that. Yeah, was that what we went to the courthouse?
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
The
They did like some, town
City
hall
council
or whatever it
meeting,
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a proclamation.
It was at that weird building by Argus Leader.
Because that was last year in November, I think.
Yeah, it was probably around this time.
It was around this time, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it wasn't no snow on the ground or anything like that. I know that. But yeah. Yeah, I think it was in September, October.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what? Us and Jennifer White, Anna Broken Leg.
Jerry Fogg.
Yeah, Jerry Fogg. I always want to say Frog whenever I think of him. But, yeah.
Julia, wasn't she there?
Yep.
Yeah. So they'll be there, but there's like a bunch of tribal schools that will be repping, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because, unfortunately, like, Sioux Falls schools are still in session, and because of that, we're hoping, youth will still be in attendance, but we kind of are taking into account that, because school's in session, that there might be fewer youth.
It's a Native American holiday, so
Yeah, it is.
I'm keeping my daughter out.
Yep. And like, I know that like, an elementary school here in Sioux Falls, all of their 4th and 5th graders will be in attendance. 2 high schools, their Native American Connections programs are going to have a float in the parade. And so there's definitely exceptions, since I don't know, it's definitely the teachers moving that forward with the principals and having those discussions. So hopefully other schools kind of follow lead with that, and hopefully we'll see more. I reached out to Whittier and Washington and George McGovern, because George McGovern and Whittier have the most Native students by far for middle schools. And so if they're not there, that's going to be really disappointing.
Yeah. How many floats have signed up so far?
It's really hard to like estimate, because a lot of the original push was all paper forms that went to tribal, like his Richard's listserv, and so a lot of them are mailing them in, and so that's really slow process when you do it that way. But right now, just based off the Google form that you can just fill out online, we have about 14.
Wow.
Which is a good number, because I know we have more, because I just got to get the paper form so then I can type it in and create that list to make sure we're keeping track of everybody.
That's really cool you're part of that, because that's your job, right? At Sanford, aren't you like an event planner or coordinator or something like that?
Well, I'm a program coordinator for the summer undergraduate research experience, but
so you've got like tons of knowledge on how to put
connect
stuff like that.
Yeah, and big shout out to Richie, because he's the one who he's the main like person on this, organizing this, and I got on board, and I was just like, well, my life is all about connecting with people and creating contacts. So all I've been doing really the last month is getting in touch with people, being like, hey, this is the opportunity to like let your students be creative and showcase their culture and be proud of like who they are and their history and stuff like that. But also for organizations that work with Native Americans and even political parties, we've started to reach out to them. Our flyer just went out yesterday, and so I feel like that's the final big push right there. Kind of shows everyone like, hey, this is real, like here's a flyer. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people wait for that, because they're always like, I don't know, it's like a Facebook event, you know what I mean?
Doesn't look quite official, might have been made up.
Yeah. So there's like a good group that shows up every time. It's open to anyone who wants to know more about the planning going on with the parade. And our next meeting will be on September 22nd at the Labor Temple, I believe at 10 a.m. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I haven't made a float since I was in like high school for like homecoming, so.
I know. I'm like nervous, because I'm like, oh my god, I've never even been in a parade. I'm saying, not that I can remember. And so everyone out there, come show us love. We're gonna have
we'll actually be on the float. It's gonna be a We talked yesterday about making paper mache versions of ourselves.
Yeah. So that's in the works.
Might have to do that.
Yeah.
For Kathy.
Yeah. So after our meeting yesterday, my really old friend Angie Kepke, and she's non-native, but she's just like amazing. She's really talented, and when she heard that I wanted to do a float for the podcast, she was one of the first ones who reached out. She's like, I want to help in any way I can, And I was like, that's awesome. So her and her friend, I kind of told them our ideas, and they're gonna think through it a little more, but they're just like, let us know your budget and we'll get it rolling. So yeah, so we'll be out there with the podcast float for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there's competition, so there's 6 competitions. There's like most traditional, which is like what most people are signing up for, of course.
Oh, for like, what is like the best float win?
See, that's what I don't really know. I think we're getting awards for sure. There's going to be like plaques given out, and pretty much like after the parade, there'll be people judging and stuff like that, and we're all going to meet back at the Labor Temple, and then we'll kind of go through the numbers, score sheets, and then we'll be going Facebook Live to announce the winners of the floats. So they'll begin the plaque.
Is there going to be like a most stoic award?
I don't think so. So one of them is like most traditional, most entertainment / art, best school spirit for like the schools, obviously. Gosh, I'm like, there's a couple, like there's 6 categories, but I'm like blanking.
Best all around or something like that.
Yeah, best all around.
There should be a most stoic.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can probably reach into it like, last minute.
Like the Resiest.
Yeah.
Well, like I seen like Rapid City, they did one, and I think they're doing another one, but theirs is on the 6th, probably because they have Black Hills Powwow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at their flyer from like 2 years ago, and they had like res car, the best res car, and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I was like, we gotta break Sioux Falls in a little bit for.
I've seen that in Pine Ridge on their float.
Yeah, I seen one like that too.
Driving in my Indian car.
Yeah, I seen that one too. That was cool. But yeah. So I at first I was a little nervous. This is Sioux Falls. This is very different for this area, I think. But I mean, a lot of people are. I feel like for the most part are supportive. But
yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna make a post for it tomorrow. I keep meaning to, but then I get things that I have to post about that I have to interrupt my stuff. So yeah.
And then there's a powwow.
Yeah, powwow that night.
Yep. And so there's big stuff to do in the morning, obviously, with the parade starting at 10 a.m. 8 a.m. is going to be the traditional prayer and blessing at Lion Park, right on 14th and Phillips. And everyone's welcome to join us at that time. And then 9 o'clock is the float lineup. So that's when the floats will get ready to
so like Indian time, it's going to be like 9:45.
Better not be. I'm there, and I'm half white.
So
that means we gotta, no. I was late for my own wedding. Yeah, so that's kind of that, and then so we'll start on 14th and Phillips, and the route is northbound on Phillips, so going towards 5th Street. It ends on 5th Street, starts on 14th Street. So yeah, there's going to be barricades up. Police will be present, of course. But then the more important aspect of it too is that we're going to have our own volunteers at each like half block, and they're more than just volunteers, because what we want them to do is that, like, if they overhear someone saying like, oh, what's that, or what does that mean, like, hopefully the volunteers can like interact with the crowd and be like, hey, that's a grass dance outfit, or that means quote. This, yeah, to kind of give more meaning behind like the floats and
did you find out if we can give candy out?
No, I asked 2 people and they're like, I don't know. But then, so one of my coworkers, she signed up for a float. She's part of LEAD South Dakota, and she's like, we're just gonna walk and pass out candy. That's
I
what she
guess
put.
the rule is you can't throw it.
Yeah, you can't throw it. So if you're like going and just like.
I remember in high school we used to try to hurt people with candy.
Yeah.
Chuck it at them.
I whipped a fucking full pop can at somebody one day.
Dang, what an asshole.
No, he was like running up and talking shit, and I was on the pickup, so I was like, boom.
So none of that.
Yeah, don't do that.
We want this to be like an annual thing. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I think
I'm excited.
I honestly think as I start, like, I'm getting more excited because I think once that flyer hit yesterday, like, people have been hitting me up that probably didn't know about it until yesterday. So like someone from like New Start VOA, they're planning on having one, which is cool because they serve a lot of native moms, new moms, and then just like all over, I believe St. Francis Indian School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Flandreau.
That's where I graduated from.
Flandreau Indian School, Flandreau Public School. Or sorry, no, the one in Chamberlain.
St.
St.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yep, that one. Sorry, I get it mixed up. Wrong one.
Got me all excited.
But hey,
I
Rosebud,
that
He Dog Elementary will be present.
Oh,
They're gonna have
so
a
they'll
vote.
bring like their whole school.
I don't know.
He-Dog has like 17 kids probably.
Do they? Is it small?
Yeah, it's really small.
That Todd County or what?
No, Todd County is pretty big. Todd County is the biggest school.
And that's a public school, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, and Ihanktawa, like Youth Council, Sisseton Youth Council.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's just like so much. When I at first I was just like, God, we gotta let people know. Like that was my biggest thing. Is like, pushing it out to places where like they have the day off and probably don't have nothing going on in their community. So
Wishing they could go to ASAPA.
yeah, right.
Like, hey, we got something big on this side of the river too.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we'll eventually be competing. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Well, that
Can't compete
weekend
with
starts.
Yeah, that's a kickoff for Black
Right.
Hills Powwow in Rapids. So.
No, but more importantly, it's my record release
Oh
party.
yeah, just kidding. You're like, nope, that's not it. Nope.
Yeah, we start Native American Day off right with my record release party,
Yeah.
and then take Sunday. We all have Indian tacos and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Or we'll be building our float.
You'll be cooking. Just kidding.
I'll cook. I'll gladly cook.
And watch everybody.
Carrie can help me with the fry bread because I'm not good at that. Or the.
I whipped up some like the other day, and Mike's like, "You make it look so easy. How come you don't make it more?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to."
Fried bread has been coming to me for like the past week. People have been talking about fried bread back to back to me every day. So okay, I'll make a batch.
And then the other day I was like craving it really bad. I'm like, of course, when I'm craving it, no one's making it.
Yeah. It sucks too because you can't just make like one piece of fry bread. You have to make like 40.
Hey, you could if you have leftovers. If you like are good at push.
I don't know. Seems like a lot of work for just one.
Just make a big ass fry bread.
Yeah, just one. It's like a pizza.
Break it into pieces. Yeah, so it's really coming together, and like my coworker, big shout out to her because it was me and her working together on that flyer. It wasn't just me, so huge shout out to her. Also, like Richie, he lives in Rapid City and he's been coming here. He just did a interview with Argus Leader today, so that will be out tomorrow, but when this airs it'll be already out.
Cool.
On the shelves for everybody. So yeah, October 8th, Sioux Falls, 10 a.m. parade starts. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I'm anxious. I want to see what our float's going to look like.
I know, me too. I'm like, I'm not creative, but I'm going to have to be.
Yeah.
It'll come together. And like, everyone listening, like, non-natives are totally welcome. Like, we want to enjoy this day and share this day with you as well. So
I wanted to switch gears a little bit here, but we were supposed to record a couple weeks ago and ended up not doing it. But I wanted to ask Carrie, you were up at the Shakopee powwow. Is there just rich people everywhere?
Well, it's kind of like you get the feeling that they're expecting you to be rich when you show up to the powwow, especially with the vendors. Because you look at a pair of earrings here and they're like $25. You look at a pair of earrings out there, they're like $55.
Damn.
And they'll ask you what tribe you're from.
Yeah.
And if you tell them like, well, I'm from like Turtle Island or something, like, oh, well, you can afford that.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, what were people wearing? Were they like bawling at their like regalia?
I think there's a lot of fancy regalia out there. Contemporary style is definitely flashy and attention grabbing. You know, there's a lot of singers that come from all over not just United States, but Canada, and seeing them come down here and competing for those big bucks. You know, they're really putting their all.
Like, what's the prize money like for that?
Like thousands and thousands of dollars, and you know, there's like drum groups that don't even speak English. They can't understand what you're saying, but all they know is that you're saying their drum group name, then it's ready to go.
Really?
And they're singing.
What do they speak?
Crazy.
Canadian?
They're
No, I mean like
they're Nakota.
so they
Yeah, but I mean they still.
they've
speak
got their
English,
own
right?
language, you
Well,
know,
like
and that's what they speak and that's what they know.
That's awesome.
Algonquin? I don't know what the
Yeah.
term is.
Cause like you know, like I'm Nakota too, and that, like for my tribe, and that's all mostly in Canada.
You know,
Yeah.
It
Navajo.
falls over just like the United States a little bit, but just by Montana and I think a little bit in North Dakota, and that's it.
Yeah, actually, you know, the Navajo are considered to be the biggest tribal nation based off of land. But if you look at us, like Nakota, Lakota, and Dakota, we stretch like over the whole freaking continent almost, pretty much.
Canada is Nakota.
Yeah. Or is
Because
yeah,
there's,
I guess it is.
Yeah.
we're just so spread out.
That's awesome.
But they've got like a 30-minute fireworks show that takes place. It's right next to the casino. And
Was there just like a lot? Was it a good turnout? Like
oh yeah,
overall,
there's a lot of people there.
like bigger than Pine Ridge.
I've never been to Pine Ridge, Powell, actually.
I just seen someone do like aerial view of it, and it is huge, man.
I know they got like a really big like brochure fold out thing. Like it's like almost like a newspaper flipping through that powwow thing.
Huh.
It's crazy, like
crazy.
a layout of like their agenda.
Yeah, like not just the schedule, but like here's head dancer, here's head woman, here's the princess from last year, here's the purse or whoever
So they got
placements.
like history stuff in there.
Oh
too.
yeah, they got all kinds of information in their stuff. I even brought it, like last year I brought it to my job so they could read through the thing. It's like, here's what powwows are all about. There you
Yeah.
go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Huh. Yeah, I've always wanted to go there and like check it out.
I don't know, for some reason I never have.
Hustle
Neither
Tribe
do I.
has been out there for the past 2 years.
Yeah,
Well, they're
Chase,
based out of
he's
Minnesota.
everywhere. Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's in L&I's, like,
he goes everywhere.
I didn't see him out there, but I saw his setup.
it's
Yeah.
like when your whole motive is to like sell stuff, you have to be
Yeah.
out and about.
Yeah, he goes all over the country with that.
And then that Three Feathers Star Quilt place, they were out there too. So it's really nice to see all that work in person.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So like you got nominated, right?
Yes, I did. I got nominated for Best Music Video for my single "Killing Strangers." That was a surprise. So
That's cool.
yeah, I was happy to see that. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So you're flying out. So this will be the end of the week, right? After Native American Day.
Yeah, that's the award. The Native American Music Awards are Friday, October 12th. I contacted them. I wanted to get them on the podcast, but they kind of cool guyed me and didn't even answer my question when they replied back. So I was like, all
So
right.
that's a no.
So I don't
Like,
think that's
who
gonna
the hell does
happen.
he think he is?
But yeah, so I'll be out there in New York. It should be pretty fun.
And how many times have you been out there?
I don't know. This will be my first time out there in a long time, though. I think this is my 9th nomination. But yeah, I want to say I haven't been out there probably since like 2012 or 11 or something like that. I don't know. I didn't get to go to the last one that I won, but yeah, I don't know. it should be fun. I'm
Yeah.
excited to go.
Are you traveling with anyone, or are you just going solo?
I don't know. I'm debating on whether I should bring my daughter. I want to bring my daughter, but it's at a casino, so I don't know if that's going to be possible.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I mean, I'm sure it'll be possible, but then, like, she won't be able to do anything, you know?
Yeah. At a casino.
Or I might bring somebody, I don't know. We will see. We'll see if somebody's lucky enough for me to pay for a plane ticket for them.
Yeah.
But
That'd be sweet, though. I think I actually know someone who lives out there.
yeah, that's it's right out where like Vonnie, V the Noble One, he's from that area.
Oh, really?
Like Buffalo, New York.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I'm sure I'll see like John Roberts, he's hosting my record release party. He's nominated in the best comedy category. Like Chase Manhattan's nominated, Sten Jody's nominated, Cody Blackbird's nominated. So I got, a lot of friends of mine are going to be out there. So it should be pretty cool. I'm excited to go out there. Yeah.
It's cool.
Logan Malone, I think, is nominated. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I was going through a list, and I think I've only seen a couple familiar names.
Yeah, I think sometimes the NAMMYs, like, they'll nominate like too many people, I think, because there's one category where I swear everybody that submitted got nominated. There's the one category, it's like the last one that has like 20 nominees. It's like, what is this?
So anyone who's nominated can attend?
Yeah.
Like they're invited to go?
Yeah, you can go. Like, I think I got 2 VIP tickets, but I think every nominee does.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then, so yeah, I don't know. We will see. I'm excited to check it out. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been out there.
Mm-hmm. So when do like the voting polls like quit?
Probably like that week. I should probably say that. Yeah. You can vote for me. Go to NativeAmericanMusicAwards.com. You can vote for this year's nominees. I'm in the Best Music Video Concept category for my video Killing Strangers, which Carrie A is also in. So thank you for being a part of my video.
I was a mom.
Yeah.
Still am the mom. You're my son in the background.
Yeah. So yeah,
That'll be cool. Well, good
pretty
luck.
cool. Thank you. I don't think I have any chance in winning, but it'll be.
Hey, you never know.
I don't know, like Superman's in my category. Like
Oh, is he?
Rita Coolidge is in my category.
Yeah.
Well, there it goes.
I was
Out the
just
window.
like totally focused. I didn't even.
That's good. When
That's
you
exactly what I thought
I'm
too.
just like,
vote for my video. Don't even look at who else is nominated.
Right.
Don't even matter.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, where's Gabe? Where's Gabe? Where's Gabe? Okay, there we go.
just scrolling.
Yeah.
Still don't see him yet. Hold on.
It was way down there. So
Yeah.
if you're voting,
It's like the
Quite a-
28th category out of like
Yeah.
33 or something like
And
that.
then there's like country singers, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, who's either Lakota, Dakota?
I know that's how I was voting too, being super biased.
Okay, last category, Ojibwe.
Yeah.
I'm excited for homeboy John Roberts is nominated. I think this is the first year they've done like the best comedian category.
Yeah, I see that.
And John Roberts is nominated. He's a good friend of mine, so I'm excited to see him nominated. And,
Milo Smith and Tanya Johal.
yeah. So that's cool that they. Have that category.
I mean, like, why not? That's a real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So how do you feel about Kyrie? Not Kyrie, but Kyrie.
She said that earlier. I was like, what? What about Nike? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Honestly, I don't know too much about that. Like, I don't know what was he even doing out there.
Like, his mom is, like, originally from there, but she was adopted out. And then,
Oh, so he's like part native.
Yeah,
Oh, I did not.
Standing Rock at that. Like,
and he was supporting the No Dapple movement like last year. And
Cool.
yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah.
him and his sister got named out there.
Yeah.
Has he ever been out there before?
I don't
Like,
think
did he
so.
grow up out there, or you
I
just
don't
go
know.
out there just for the hell of it, just to see it?
I mean, I'm sure, like, they were trying to trace back, because I don't think his mom knew where she was from or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess I don't know that much about it, but
Huh.
I'm guessing, like, obviously he took the time to figure out, like, you know.
And there's like shoes now with like the Standing Rock logo on it.
Yeah, those are
Is
his
there?
shoes.
I haven't
Those
even
shoes.
seen. I haven't even heard about that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That would be really cool if I was like from Standing Rock.
Right?
Like I would
just be repping your own
Yeah.
stuff. But the thing is, like, those prices on their stuff, like that a whole N7.
Yeah.
Like, well, only the people who are, making money.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well, mine was like
afford it.
$55 off the website.
Is that it? Oh, that's an N7 one?
Yeah, this is the
Oh, okay.
one of their shirts.
Is that like does Bunky Echo Hawk design that like whole line? Or
They have a collection every year and they tend to switch it out. So it'll be available for a limited period of time on the website and then they'll make another one.
I know, it always pisses me off because there was like one shirt I really wanted and I didn't try to go back and it was just like
gone?
unavailable. Like that stupid little pop-up.
Yeah.
And then you really got to do your research, like eBay
I know.
and everywhere
like,
else to
why
find
is it
them.
that hard to find a fucking N7 shirt? I
Crazy.
don't know. It still is cool though, overall.
Yeah.
I know someone who worked at the N7 like headquarters as an intern.
Well, my friend Bunky Echo Hawk, he designs like a lot of that stuff. Like I know he used to do the shoes. I don't know what else like his involvement is in it or whatever, but I know he's like big into that or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's always crazy, like, ties.
Yeah.
You never know what people are going to end up doing or where they're going to go.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, right on.
Yeah, so just a huge thank you to everyone who's been, like, sharing the Facebook page for the Native American Day Parade. We truly appreciate that. And word is getting out, through everyone sharing it. So that's cool to see.
Yeah. And we went to that concert the other night.
Oh yeah,
your friends.
Otto.
No. Sands of
You alright, bud?
Oh. Got an alley. I always mess it up, but I don't know if it starts with Suns or Sands.
It's Sands.
Sands of Suns Art.
Maybe Sons of Sands Art. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the two, and I feel bad because all I think about in my head is like Sons of Anarchy.
I know, that's
I just
the
like
first thing I thought.
binge watched the hell out of that like all summer. That's all I did. But so we checked them out last Saturday at Total Drag.
Yeah, they're really good. We'll finish this episode with one of their songs.
Yeah.
I was really impressed. I want to hear more of their music.
I know, so do I. I'm gonna go. Yeah, hopefully next time they're in Seattle, we'll go check them out. But
Yeah.
anyone who hasn't heard them, definitely check out their music. They're amazing. And I've known them for like 10 years, and they're just great people too. So, I mean, their music's good, and they're just they have good hearts too. So, huge shout out for them and their music.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for joining us today. We will be back with you guys in a few weeks for a special episode.
Yeah, special.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Folks,
See you guys.
A production of the SiouxEmpire.com.